Hi folks, this is the planesTalkers. This is Sean.
And I'm Rez.
And we're going to be here today talking about the newest bannings.
Yeah, we're a little bit late as everybody else, but some big news in the banning department.
I don't think we're too late, at least.
At least not too late. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with Modern, which is weird because normally Modern is the one that shakes everything up. But so Modern received two bannings. The first one is Gitaxian Probe.
Yeah, this one isn't surprising. This has been on our radar for a lot of people.
Yeah, it really should be. It's a card that seems so unassuming. Just look at a target player's hand, draw a card, big deal. But it does so much for the Modern format.
The biggest problems with this card is, one, it does the 56 card deck rule.
Right.
Where you just, if you want to play 56 card in your deck, you just play Gitaxian Probe as a 4 of.
Yep.
And then suddenly you have 56 cards in your deck because
right.
you don't care about the loose life.
Yeah,
Because it replaces itself and it gives you free information.
Right, you lose 2 life, big deal. Fetching for a shock does 3, so if you're willing to do that, you're willing to do Gitaxian Probe most, and it gives you perfect information.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with it. That's why the reason they claim they banned it is because it is detrimental to the format.
Oh, and it absolutely is.
Magic in general has a lot of bluffing in it, and this card completely takes out the bluff.
Completely.
This takes out the skill that requires you to play Magic. This really creates those linear decks to be specifically linear because they don't care because they know that you're not going to blow them out with a burn spell. Like Infect will just go all in on their Infect creature because they know that they can.
Yeah, do you have your path? Do you have your... Yeah, exactly. And for such a simple card, it does way too much for Modern. I think it's a good ban.
Oh, definitely. This has been on a lot of people's radars. This is not surprising. Like, this is not going to shake anything up. Nope. It's not a surprise.
So Modern's second banning is Golgari Grave Troll.
Not a surprise.
Not a surprise. Dredge has been growing.
Previously banned as well.
Yeah. Oh, he was. I did not know that.
Yeah, it came off the ban list.
It came back and now it's back on.
Yeah, like it's been only off the ban list for like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Since the last banning cycle.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So it's back banned again. Dredge is just broken. It's not Magic.
No, Dredge is a broken mechanic.
Yeah, so I don't think anyone's too surprised. There'll be some people who are sad that they can't play their Dredge decks, but Dredge I think can still function without it.
Dredge is going to function without it because Golgari Grave Troll isn't what broke this deck, and I don't think people keep claiming that this is going to kill Dredge, and it doesn't because there's plenty of other Dredge effects.
I think instead of Dredge 6, they're now dredging 4, right?
I think one's 5.
One's 5, so you're not
what breaks that deck is Prized Amalgam.
Prized Amalgam.
I don't understand why Prized Amalgam is a $3 card because it makes the Dredge deck.
It does, and is it a $3 card because people are worried that Dredge is just going to be? Because if you read Wizards' official ban announcement, they said Dredge is not a viable option for decks because it's so degenerate.
Well, if that's the case, they should have just banned Prized Amalgam, and it would have killed the deck. It would have flat out made that deck unplayable.
So, does Wizard play the conservative game and say Prized Amalgam can be in other strategies, Dredge can only be Dredge? So that's what they're trying to do as much as they can to kill Dredge and kill nothing else.
Well, if that's the case, just ban every card with Dredge.
Yeah, they ban every card with Anti.
Yeah, they did.
Alright, so now on to the bigger news. Standard actually received 3 bannings.
Is this the most ever at one time?
I think so. I mean, you go back to the days of Jace and Stoneforge.
Yeah, I think those were the only 2 banned at that time.
They were the only 2.
Oh, Skullclamp was in that?
I don't think that was at the same time.
I think it was at the same time. Yeah, this might be... No, they banned a whole bunch of stuff back earlier, like with the artifact lands.
Yeah, so way back when. So Standard's receiving banning. We're going to start with the one that confuses me the most, Reflector Mage.
I actually saw... I was reading a bunch of articles about like the bannings,
and
I saw the explanation for this one is they're banning it to kind of close the circle on cards they didn't play test.
So that's wonderful, Wizards. Good job. You made cards that you didn't play test, and
they only tested Reflector Mage in limited. Is what I heard.
My god!
And then they never tested it in constructed play, and they basically knew the card was broken, but they couldn't ban just one card.
So I think it's weird that Wizards brought up that it's been one of the most hated cards since the days of Coco, but Coco has been long gone. I hate Reflector Mage. It's a feel-bad card, but it's a part of Magic. Are you really going to go banning cards that are feel-bad cards? Because then you just don't have control.
They shouldn't have printed that last sentence on it.
Until your next turn?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Or I should cost 1 colorless more.
Just it's a straight-up bounce? Or okay. I like either of those fixes.
In its current state, all these cards, every single card's been banned ever, could be fixed.
Is fixable.
They can all be fixed by changing mana costs, abilities to say certain things over other things. And next 2 cards on the list they're very prime examples. If you change one word in those things, I could fix both of them. One word.
I change a couple with the one. But let's go back to this. Does Reflector Mage see play at a 4 cost?
Yes.
Does it see play as just a bounce?
No, not at 3 cost.
Not at 3 cost.
That's a bad mana war.
Okay, so it just surprises me that Wizards does this now, especially with Oath only having 6 months until rotation. Because it rotates.
No, it's going to rotate after Amencott.
Oh, it rotates.
So it's like a year and a half now.
Oh yeah, so we got a long time with it.
That's why they're dropping the Banhammer.
Yeah, the Banhammer has come down hard. So we move on to our second banning. Everyone's favorite copter.
Yeah, no one's surprised. Like, honestly, most of the bannings where everyone's like, oh, about time. Except for Reflector Mage, everyone's like, what?
Yeah, that came out left field.
That's because they're completing the circle, like I said.
Yeah.
So, Smuggler's Copter is a card they could have easily fixed. Could have easily been different, but it's in a current state is a very.
So I remove or blocks, and then I think it's a fair card.
I think if you just change crew 1 to crew 2 or 3.
Yeah, if you increase the crew cost, I think that's fine. I think there's so many little things. Increase the mana cost, make it a 3 drop. There's so many little things that could have done just to make that fair, and I think any of those fixes and Copter still played. Yeah, it's not the main staple in every single deck, but it will have a place in red-white vehicles.
If it was a 3-1 or 2-1 or 2-2, the card's like unplayable.
A 2-drop 2-2. I'd play it.
Like Cruise 1, I mean, yeah, it's.
I play it for the if it loots on block and attack.
But it dies to so much. It dies to Gunpowder Bombardment. It gets killed by so much then compared to what it does now.
I still think it sees some play.
It would probably see some play
in specific decks, not the overwhelming.
No, it was
56 card deck that we were talking about with Gataxian Probe. This is kind of the Gataxian Probe of Standard, where a lot of decks started with 4 copters.
Yeah, I mean, if it's so detrimental to the format to have everyone playing the same card. I mean, what was it, like in 63% of decks? Or something
yeah,
like
it was
a ludicrous number.
I'm sad to see Copter go. I understand it.
I'm not sad to see this card go. I hated this card.
The one that confuses me though is we were actually getting some removal from it coming up in Aether Revolt.
It seemed like that was a failsafe, and they just felt that they probably tested it. They probably tested this constructed format with that failsafe in there,
and it still
wasn't good enough. So they just got rid of it.
So now we get to the big baddie herself, Emrakul. Emrakul gets the Banhammer.
She does.
She's done.
Completely gone.
Yeah, she is now past Trapped in the Moon. She's completely gone.
She's dead.
It was just such an oppressive card.
There's so many things they could have changed to make this card.
So this is the one I'm interested in. What do you change to make Emrakul fair and playable?
So, there's a few things I would change. So, you could either make it so that the casting cost doesn't get lowered.
Okay.
Just
flat out, it's always 13.
So, it's unplayable then.
Right.
Except in the Aether Marvel deck.
Yeah, I want it to be playable, so...
So, we can leave that. Protection from instants, I think people are underestimating.
Okay.
If it was protection from sorceries, a lot more hits this card.
Agreed.
Because murder would kill it. You would have all the instant white removal kill it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, see, if I'm fixing this, I do the flavor kill, and I just up the mana cost to 16 with being able to reduce it.
You can do that, too.
I think... I get that it's cool that it's a 13 for 13. That's cool. That's great flavor, but...
Yeah, with their whole 13... thing with Innistrad.
Yeah, it's cool, but it makes it way too powerful when you can cast it for 7.
You know what also would have fixed this card? Reprinting Rest in Peace.
Yeah. Graveyard hate. It's a thing. It should be a thing again.
Hate in general should be a thing. I mean, what, they printed Artifact hate, but it's terrible?
So, we have that video up where we talk about hate. Is this Wizard's new form of hate? We're not going to give you the cards to hate with. We're just going to mix it up and be like, oh, you like that card? Well, now you can't play it. That's their hate.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what was going on behind the scenes, if they tried fixing these cards, if they tried hating against them. I don't understand. But to me, showing a willingness to ban cards compared to printing cards to hate against that card It's definitely a different direction for Wizards.
Yeah, it's unprecedented that we get this many bannings, especially for Standard.
Standard never gets bannings. Unless the card is Jace the Mind Sculptor.
I'd much rather than print cards that hate.
Like I said, if they just reprinted Rest in Peace, Emrakul and that green-black Delirium deck is dead. It doesn't exist.
Agreed.
It can't live in that format.
I think it can. Well, it depends on how popular Rest in Peace is. If everyone's packing Rest in Peace, it's dead. But if it's...
Well, that's what usually happens, is that there's always an overreaction.
Right.
And then there it kind of balances out.
I think green-black could be a piece in the puzzle. You would have a huge overreaction where just everybody packs Graveyard Hate, and then nobody plays it, and then everybody loses the Graveyard Hate, and then it slowly comes back. That's, I think, a healthy format.
See, but I don't think this is why this card was banned.
Why?
I think it was banned because of Aetherworks Marvel.
Aetherworks Marvel, being able to cast it on turn 5.
4.
I always forget that it's turn 4. It's just... And everyone's freaking out over the turn 4 combo coming up in Aether Revolt. This is pretty much as good as you're going to get for a turn 4 combo, too.
Yeah, and that other... Like the Aether Revolt one with Saheeli Rai has it very easily broken up by a ton of removal.
Yeah, you just have to do some removal. So, especially because... Oh, Revolt won't trigger for you. Okay. But I like the bannings. I think it's good. I just hope they didn't set a precedent.
Yes, I don't want them to go banning cards that they just feel are unfair. I'd rather they print cards to deal... I mean, right now, everyone knows Eldrazi are unfair. Like,
right.
Every Eldrazi ever printed has been unfair. So, the fact that you can cheat them in to play in Standard...
Yeah.
Basically, if someone's showing telling, never cool in.
Yeah.
But it's casting it instead of just putting it in.
So here's my conspiracy theory, too. Between these bannings and a lot of the Aether Revolt cards, because a lot of broken combos in Aether Revolt already. A lot of cheating things in for free, infinite combos we've already seen. Here's my conspiracy. Modern is such a great format because of the diversity of types of things you can do. Right?
Yeah.
You've got good combo decks, you've got good aggro decks, you've got like Death Shadow and things like that. There are a lot of different things you can do. Standard is known for this is the environment. We give you 2 or 3 things you can do and you can do them. So they're trying to put all the pieces in Standard so that they can make the Frontier work. And be like, look, you can still play all your fun pieces that you were used to, and now you've got it in Frontier.
Yeah, I mean, Modern has always been a tricky beast for Wizards. They don't really know how to make it fun.
Which is terrible.
Well, that's not their fault. They must have an impossible job to make it fun.
Yeah, Modern it's so many cards in the pool now.
Well, the problem is that there's so many combos. I mean,
yeah,
you can't ban all of them. I mean, you could try, but there are things that I think they should ban, and that's Fast Mana. Fast Mana would fix the format pretty quickly.
I think
like
Fast
Simian
Mana...
Spirit Guide needs to go. Like I run it in my Modern deck just because I can.
Yeah, and you'd be stupid not to. But yeah, Fast Mana, it would completely change the face of Modern. If they want to shake up Modern in a big old way, that'll do it.
It'll fix a lot of decks too.
It will.
It makes Ad Nauseam play fair. It makes some of these other combo decks play correctly.
Well, those are the 5 bannings. A big shake-up in the Magic world. I can't wait for that first GP after Aether Revolt launches, because it's going to be all over the place.
What I really want is all these cards to crash in price so I can finally get my playsets to complete the entire set.
That would be nice.
But why is Emrakul still $15? You can't even play it. Or Smuggler's Copter. It's not even playable in other formats.
People will learn... not true. Copter saw some playing Vintage.
No one plays Vintage.
Well, we'll see where these bannings go from here. Let us know in the comments section. Do you like the bannings? Do you disagree? What do you think about our fixes for Modern? Fast Mana, good thing, bad thing? Let us know. We are the planesTalkers. I'm Rez.
And I'm Sean.
And we'll talk to you later.